At the request of my wife, I decided to watch May I Ask for One Final Thing. I watched the first episode, that's where we're at right now, and this show is pretty fun. It's interesting in regards to it's a more of a romance drama. I don't know if I'd say romance just yet though, because we're kind of seeing the lack of romance, but there is a lot of drama involved. The main character's name is Scarlett, and she is a proper lady, is what I have written down right here. There's a lot of external and internal monologues, so most of the storytelling is going to be shown through her giving her thoughts towards other people, and sometimes she speaks those out loud, and people are making jokes like, "Oh, are you doing your internal monologues again?" But yeah, she's a I don't know if she's lowborn or what she is. I don't think she's necessarily lowborn, but I think she's definitely below the aristocrats because they're able to kind of boss her around and do what she wants, as you see throughout this first episode. She has engaged to a man named Prince Kyle, and they've been together for 17 years. It starts off with Kyle saying that he's breaking off the engagement and he's going to go after some other young girl or whatever, and she's complaining, saying that Scarlett bullied her and treated her so bad, all this jizzy jazzy maroo. And it's before a bunch of aristocrats, so they're all like, "Oh wow," and he's trying to just basically do whatever he can to make Scarlett look bad. And he says one of the reasons that he's leaving her also is because she's so cold and heartless. And her response is to go up to the newly engaged girl that he broke off with for Scarlett to go with her and punch her face and knock her teeth out, is what she says. And right before we actually get to see the climax of the punch and what's about to unfold, since she's kind of alone in a room full of aristocrats, we go back to a flashback and we see her as a child, and Kyle is the one who proposes to her and actually picks her out. So it's kind of interesting that he is saying that she's all these horrible things, and he's the one that actually wanted to be with her and basically said, "You can't escape this because since I'm the prince of the king, and my word is basically law, second to maybe his older brother, which we'll see a little bit here later on, and the king, you have to do what I say." He treats her like crap, and I don't know why he would choose someone like this, other than, okay, there's some people in my life where I could see them being like pompous assholes, and he's definitely one of those. So yeah, he's a royal family, and his word is law, and he sees her basically as a tool. It's kind of what my take of it. And then we see, okay, she's taken into her will. She has to be told, "Oh, you're gonna be my wife," which is not cool for her. But we kind of see a couple of snippets into school life and all that stuff. She's doing really good in school. People like her because she's engaged to the prince. And then he gets upset one day after like school lets out, or break between class, and walks in there and says, "You're supposed to basically get my food. You didn't get my food. I'm gonna take you out here and punish you." And he takes her to an undisclosed place where there's no one around, and pulls a knife out and says he's gonna cut her hair off for not obeying. And we see that she's getting ready to maybe show a little bit of her punchy punch that she had before, where she's going to knock the one girl's teeth out. We kind of see that maybe she's getting ready to do something like that, where she's going to fight back. But then before she does, his brother Julius pops out of the tree, and this is when we learn that he is the firstborn, so he's older than Kyle, and he's being the firstborn, obviously his word has more law, he has more authority here, and he basically protects her and says like, "Hey, you should go away, don't do this." And Kyle's trying to do whatever he can to make Julius not be able to stop him from punishing Scarlett, which doesn't go too well. He runs away kind of like a little wimp, and we kind of see like the beginning of a implied romance between Julius and Scarlett, in regards to Julius is trying to kind of flirt with her, but he's doing the thing where he'll say something and it's super sweet and they'll end it a little wrong, a little stupid, which you kind of get. He's detached from normal society. He's kind of showing himself to be more of a smart man, as we see after this kind of moment where he saves her from Kyle. They go to school, and Julius is now at the top of the leaderboards of like the grades, and Scarlett is just below him at second place. So she goes and practices real hard to make sure that everything's perfect, and then she's on the top. And then Julius comes out, congratulates her, and she realizes it's just a game to him, because he's probably obviously pretty bored being royalty and all that. So he's kind of toying with her, and we kind of see more of their personalities kind of come out, where it's like, okay, we can kind of learn who he is and who she is. And she seems to be very smart, wants to do what she wants to do, and she wants to be the best. But she's also able to control herself. So the temperance, the self-control is immense with her. She's able to kind of take the punches, go with basically the criticisms of the higher life people, and she knows her place. So it's kind of interesting to see, and it feels good when she is able to get a little bit more of the revenge against the high life society. During this leaderboard moment that we see, like the grades and all that stuff, we kind of see that there is swordsmanship in this, and there's also magic. So this isn't just a normal everyday kind of life. There is going to be something more, hopefully, with these elements. I'm only doing episode 1 right now. I just finished watching it. Want to get my thoughts out and maybe capitulate this together before I go and watch the rest of it and try making something halfway through. We're currently on episode 7, I do believe, is what's being released. Yes, episode 7. So there's still more to come. I don't know the full story. I don't know if there's a manga. There probably is manga. I haven't read it, but it is interesting to say the least. I am enjoying this so much. And once again with the flirting, I have a line right here. He says, "I simply could not bear it if my brother cut one strand of your fine hair because of everyone, out of everyone I've known, everyone I've met, it's you, Scarlet. You're the most interesting animal I've seen." So yeah, it's amusing, but there's also like that threat of anxiety because you don't know what's coming to light. Kyle is around them as well, and it's just like, okay, the way that you are structuring your sentences obviously is to mess with me. You're just trying to mess with her. So I don't know what his personality is entirely because we only get to see a little bit here in the snippet for the first episode, but there's definitely something more there, and he is deranged. And after this moment right here where he says that, we go back to the gala, the present moment. Scarlet punches the newly engaged girl, the one that's stealing her place, right in the face, and then she goes and she throws some magic down. There's guards that come, she puts him to sleep, and then she just goes to town on all the aristocrats she's going across, beating them and knocking them all out. And then right before the end, we see her punch Kyle, and then Julius comes in the room laughing, and that's what we're left with for the end of episode 1. And there is more to come, I know that for sure. I feel like Julius is going to sweep her, but I could also be wrong. I think that he's going to steal basically Scarlet, and they're going to be doing some crazy stuff. And there is a talk of this feud between them two. So Kyle is the younger prince, and people are wanting him to be in rule because he's kind of easily manipulated. He's just an idiot. And Julius is kind of wanting to go a little bit against the grain from what I understand. So there is a chance that him being firstborn, he's supposed to be on the throne, he might disrupt the order of things that they know it, and they might not like that because he likes to have change. So yeah, there's a lot of interesting plot devices here. There's a lot to go off. It's very high drama. And if this sounds interesting, maybe give it a watch. And yeah, leave your thoughts in the comments below, what you think of this, and if you think I should continue watching it. So yeah, like the video, leave a like, and until next time, I will see you later. Bye.